Welcome back to All Tricks, No Treats. 3 weeks. I'm going to say every time. 3 weeks in a row. We're back.
One day we're like, week 283. We're back.
And we're here to give you our knowledge.
Pew, pew, pew. Just kidding. So it's been a week. A week feels like, not too long, but there's,
When we stay on track, it feels like a week isn't that long. Like it's shit. We need to fucking
what have we done?
We need to do this again. Commitment. No. But,
in the past week, we've done Home Depot.
Our second time going to Home Depot, taking the kids.
Yeah. So every first Saturday of Home Depot, it used to be every Saturday because I remember my grandpa taking me and my cousin, and we had our own little aprons. He would take us. But every first Saturday of the month, Home Depot hosts like a little crafty time for the kids. Mm-hmm. So if you're ever looking for something to do for your kids, you can sign up on homedepot.com.
Get your bratty, spoiled kids to do some hands-on things.
Yeah, I mean, they go and they do like a craft. It's something new every month, but it's super cool to see them like hammer, screwdriver. Obviously, Bubby and Mr. Nichols need help holding a screwdriver or, hammering in the right place.
The fun part for them is painting.
Oh, they love
at
painting.
The end.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere, and I try not to get that mad, but
I feel like that's like a parent's thing. Like we go and we're building it. We're all sweating, holding the screwdriver. Every single parent is like trying to do the best, like just trying to put it together while trying to like work with their kid. But ultimately we end up doing it. And then the kids at the end were with the paintbrush, like blah, blah, blah.
There's like 5 colors on a plate, and I'm always like, oh, try to paint it nice. And then eventually it turns into a gray that they just mix all of it together. And they, for some reason, put their hands in it and just, it's crazy. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, it's like the same pale gray.
So they've done 2 projects, and both of them are the same gray color.
They're all the same gray color.
But it's good. It's good for them.
Yeah, it's fun. So we did that. And then also Bubby got her ears pierced, I think like a year ago, maybe?
Almost a year ago.
Yeah, like a year ago. And it kind of like healed weird, like it popped out, and sometimes it like is healing a little weird. I don't even know what to say. Like it's like
it just gets a little like pussy in the back.
Yeah. And so
it doesn't hurt her really though.
No, there's never any pain or anything. It just it's just kind of like angry. It's a little bit of an angry piercing. And so this week she was like, oh, my ear. And so we just kind of looked at it, and it had a little bit of pus. And we're like, oh, what's going on?
I said, Dr. Chris will take care of this.
And you took to your phone and you wanted to look up a pussy ear.
Yeah, but pussy is not.
You said, wait. How do you spell pussy?
I said, how do you clean a pussy ear?
You said a pussy ear, but your phone your phone
I typed, how do you clean a pussy ear? And then I was like, wait, that sentence doesn't look that right. And I told Brianna, how do you spell pussy?
And what came up?
Pussy.
So we figured it out ourselves.
Yeah. No thanks to you, Google MD. Yeah.
It's okay, Dr. Chris.
Thanks.
And lastly, we went to Chinatown.
I want to be ninja.
Okay. No.
Have you seen that video?
No.
It's of this white lady who's doing like a fundraiser for famous people, rich people, and she starts singing a song in a Chinese accent, and everyone's like, that is the most racist thing I've ever seen. I need to show you real quick. Hold on. And while she's singing this, there's like an Asian lady right in the front, and she's making like a weird face. It's fucking incredible.
Because it's offensive?
Yes. This is the craziest thing.
Why is she trying so hard?
I have no idea. She's like fucking doing her ninja hands and oh my god.
No, but she's like running around the room.
Yeah,
like,
it was wild. That's an old video, but I felt like you needed to see a clip to know what I was talking about.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we went to Chinatown though because we saw this place.
We both saw different videos.
Yeah, so I saw mine like in June.
Oh God, here comes the competition.
And then Brianna's like, "There's this dumpling place. It's called Dongkok."
It's called Kok.
What's it called?
Wongkok.
Wongkok. And I was like, "Wait, I think I know what that place is." And I showed her a picture, and it was the same spot but a different video. Because we've been wanting dumplings for a really long time.
Dim sum.
And we haven't found a place that's like ridiculously good, and we're like, let's go, let's take the kids. So yeah, we ended up going.
We wanted to give them the like authentic dim sum experience, and also I feel like it was kind of a it was like a little cultural like lesson for them too, which was pretty cool. Like we got to talk about different cultures eat this. Sometimes things are different for us and what we do not say, because kids are kids, they say whatever they want. So we had conversations about like, sometimes to be polite, we have to say things in a different way and,
or don't say it at all.
Yeah. So we just learned about culture and ate some dim sum, and it was fun.
So our plan was like to get a few different types of dumplings and what are those? Oh, pork, like buns, kind of like pork
Steamed
buns,
baked buns,
and,
all the buns.
And when we got to the front of the line, I said, "Damn, I need all of it."
I know.
So
we do that every time.
So we got like 30 dumplings, 4. I don't know why she gave me 4 pieces of cake. I asked for 2, and she gave me 4 big ass pieces, and then 2 rice cakes, and 2 chicken rice, and it was way too much. We walked like 6 blocks to...
No, we didn't walk that far. 6 blocks?
Maybe 4 blocks or 3 blocks.
Okay.
2 blocks?
Next door?
So we finally found a place, and we ended up by Olvera Street, which was nice because we were going to take the kids there after. And I was kind of disappointed in the dumplings. I don't know.
Yeah, you weren't having it, so
first bite I was like, oh man, this is so good. I think I was just like really hungry, and then the more I ate, the more I was like, I kind of regret this. I don't know why. The meat was just kind of weird.
I told you that it wasn't weird. It just wasn't to our liking. It wasn't what we were used to.
Yeah.
I have a thing with like meat discoloration. If there's like any sort of redness, purpleness, pinkness.
That chicken was a weird. It looked like the gray that the kids use at the Home Depot painting those things.
No. But I'm sure
yeah,
it's delicious to other people.
Yeah. And we bring up saying things in the right way because Champ was like, it stinks.
Yeah, we were walking. He was like, "Can we leave? It stinks." And I was like, "Oh no,
because the chicken rice was wrapped in some type of leaf. I don't know.
I think it was banana leaf.
Banana leaf, yeah. And the banana leaf smelled pretty gnarly. It was like hot and steamy. And it was like, when you open the bag, it was like, well, and he was like, that stinks. Oh, man. And we didn't end up eating that. But
no, we didn't.
Yeah.
But, we tried different things. And it was a good cultural experience for us.
Sure.
Yay. So that's been our week. And now...
we're drinking.
Yeah.
Because we're forgetting.
We're drinking to those buns, man.
Yeah.
If anyone knows like another dim sum place, I know there's that Ding Fung. I don't know. I think it's
Xiao Long Bao.
That's the bun. That's the actual bun.
All right. Well.
Dim sum place. We'd love to try it. So let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers. These are huge.
That's what she said. That's what you never said.
You're so dumb. Okay. So our topic for today is situationships.
Was I supposed to sing that with you?
No, I just didn't know how to make that into a song. It's
Situationships.
It's a long thing.
If you don't know what that is, you're about to know.
Oh yeah. So we had some polls. I like doing this. So we had some polls, and I really like doing polls because I like to see, what everyone knows, how we're all doing on the same aspect. And our question was, do you know what a situationship is?
Good question.
50% said, duh. 33% said, no. Is that a rapper? And 17% said, yes. And I'm in one. Help.
Damn, the big help.
The big help. And our next question is, have you been or are you in a situationship? 14% yes, said yes. I love it. So they love their situationship. 36% said yes. I said help with a crying face. And 50% said no. Isn't he a wrestler?
Because they don't know what it is?
Yeah, because they still don't know what a situationship is. And our last thing was to have anyone send us their situationship stories or tips. Okay? So we actually got a few. Someone said, it's a catch-22, biting me in the ass. And they put a crying face.
Aww.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard out there.
It is. It's hard.
A catch-22. So maybe they started out being into it. I don't know. But they said it's biting them in the ass. So
that's common.
Unfortunately, they're seeing the negative aspects of it right now.
I think they were into it and then they're getting to a point where they want it to be more. And that's why they're like, help me, please.
The next one is, I'm in a few. I'm at a point in my life where I'm successful. Good for you. Mid-30s and want to have fun. Some of the girls feel the same and some want more. But when it comes to that time, I'm straight up. Well, my first thing is, good for you for being straight up with him. That's the biggest thing of a situationship, I feel like.
That guy has it planned out. That guy knows what he's doing.
What, did you write this?
No.
You're so proud for them.
Well, at least he's not an asshole and just leaving them on red or not talking to them.
No,
or
that's
whatever.
what I'm saying. When it comes to that time, I'm straight up. So
nice. That's the way it should be.
Have your fun. Yeah. Set your rules, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Good for you. Someone said, WTF is this? LOL in all caps.
Who said that? Wow. Because you're an old fart, you know that?
They probably think it's like a cruise ship. The situationship. Next one is, keep your feelings out of it. Know your place. Stay in your lane. It is what it is.
That's straight up. That's what a situationship is. You can't get feelings mixed in, or you'll get that person is not working out for them.
That's some sound advice. That's easier said than done, but
100%.
If that's your advice, I feel like you got it.
You've been in a few.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Last one. I was in a couple and they ended not feeling the same. I was sad at the time, but ended up with my soulmate and couldn't be happier. They ended up bad and I'm happy about it, with a crying, laughing face.
Damn. Revenge is sweet, brother. Hey, sometimes
Hulk Hogan?
sometimes
God.
It doesn't work out, and then you end up with the person that you want to be with, and then hey, things didn't work out for the other parties, which is good for that guy.
Well, I'm happy that they're happy, but also, never wish ill will towards anyone else.
Speak for yourself.
I will. But yeah, that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys for writing in.
Yeah, for
Those
answering our little polls.
Funny.
So, are we ready to know what a situationship is?
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Let's educate the people.
Okay. A romantic or sexual relationship that is not considered to be formal or established. So, essentially, it's something that's undefined. There's it's like a gray area of knowing there's something more than friendship. You guys kind of have an attraction, some chemistry, but there's still no commitment or relationship established.
No label, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
What I get out of it.
I kind of, when I was like looking it up, I was thinking, because we're from a different time than the youngsters these days. So I was thinking, like, is it like friends with benefits, or is it like talking? Remember, everyone would be like, "Oh, we're talking." It's kind of like talking, right?
I think it's friends with benefits.
Yeah.
I don't think talking is at a level where you could get feelings so easy. Talking, you're just talking to the person. I mean, sure, you could like them or something, but when you're intimate with someone, that's like a next level thing. So that's more gray area than just talking to someone. You could be talking to everyone.
You don't think talking has like physical intimacy?
Not all the time. I mean, I don't think so.
So it can be temporary. Like you've gone on a few dates with someone and it's still too early to discuss your relationship status, when you're still trying to fill it out, like just hang out a little bit. But it can also be like the definition of a relationship, like you're just playing in a situationship.
I agree.
Have you ever experienced a situationship?
I have a couple.
Huh?
A few.
Oh. Use an expert.
I mean, I think growing up, when I was talking to girls or dating, whatever you want to call it, I always felt like I was into them more than they were into me. But I was young and dumb, so I was like, I'll just keep trying, keep doing this.
Oh, you liked hard.
Yeah, and it bit me in the ass every time, I think.
Aw.
My heart's has a lot of bandages on it.
Sorry.
And you came to...
I sewed it on up.
You sewed it up.
I went tick, 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 with my sewing machine. With my foot. Push on the pedal.
Yeah, but it sucks. It definitely sucks to be on the wrong side of a situationship. But the grass is greener on the other side. You just got to keep trucking. Keep moving on.
Yeah.
There's more fish in the sea,
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah. I've been in a situationship.
When? Who? You've gotten every guy you wanted, you whore.
That doesn't mean I haven't been in a situationship.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been in one.
Were you sad?
I mean, we did what we did. We had our fun. But
Did he have a bigger dick than me?
oh God, here come the questions. But things just ended.
That sucks.
And that was it. Now moved on.
To me.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird to be in that gray area and to not have like any kind of like knowledge of where it's going. But also I think that's kind of like the fun of it as well.
Yeah.
Like to be in the moment and spontaneous. And
I think it's fun when it's fairly new. But when you start getting your emotions into it and you start feeling a certain way and they might not be, then it might be like, damn, what is this going to be? What is this going into? But sometimes they might not feel the same.
Yeah. And that sucks. That's when you got to, speak up for yourself. Okay. So you have some pros and cons?
I do.
Of a situationship?
I did some research. Don't look.
Oh, that hand hid everything.
I'm going to try to go through it quick. So pros of a situationship. Flexibility.
Everyone likes a flexible person.
Casual and low pressure, which is true. Just doing what you got to do and then boning out. 3 is emotional connection. What's crazy about a situationship is that you could be on like a just hookup level, but it's someone that you're into. It might not be someone that you see yourself in the far future, but in the near future, yes. So that's why it could be murky and like gray, because you have to have some type of connection.
I think that's the thing too. Like with either person, like even if you're attracted to them, you can have like a little tinge of jealousy because you're attracted to them. You want something with them, like whether it's physical, emotional. So, you're kind of always looking for something.
Yeah. And the last one is learning experience. It can help you understand your needs, your preferences, what you like, where you see yourself in the future.
Nice.
Okay. Cons are lack of commitment.
Yeah, that can be a big issue for a lot of people.
Emotional ambiguity. Ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Ambiguity. How do you say it?
Ambiguity.
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 Emotional.
That was a
Wait.
skating.
Emotional ambiguity.
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 You don't remember the skating brand?
How do you say
Ambiguous?
it? Yeah.
Ambiguity.
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 Emotional ambiguity. That's a weird word.
Say it 5 times fast.
Situationships can often lack clear expectations and boundaries, making it difficult to know where one stands emotionally. The third one is potential for unequal investment, which means it can involve people with differing levels of emotional investment.
Yeah.
So one person could be into it and one person can be like me. I like them more than me. We're on different levels, I think.
I think like, there's always going to be someone who wants more or likes a little bit more than the other. And then once it starts becoming more apparent that the other one doesn't feel the same way, that's when it gets a little hard.
And it's like this last one, it limits growth and development, which it can stop you from doing something with someone else or yeah.
If you meet someone else one night, you could be like, oh, well, I've got
this guy
so-and-so hanging out waiting for me. So I can't do this.
100%.
Nice.
Yeah. So those are some pros and cons. So
I like your pros and cons.
Thank you.
Okay. So here are some signs you're in a situationship. Obviously, these are not like, all of the signs, not clear-cut signs. Like, we're not experts. Take what we say with a grain of salt. So there's been no define the relationship combo. Obviously.
Yes, obvious.
That's a big one. You haven't integrated into each other's lives meaningfully, which means you haven't met their family, their friends, their colleagues. That's a big step, like meeting someone in their life.
And if you are in one of these, you want to not do this if you want to stay at that level, I think.
If you want to remain ambiguous.
Yeah.
Sex may be a big or perhaps the biggest part of your relationship. So ultimately you're physically close, but not emotionally close. Yeah.
Friends with benefits.
Yeah. There's no regularity with your time together. You could spend the weekend with them and then go days without contact. So there's a lack of consistency.
Sure.
Yeah. You feel like you're walking on eggshells about telling them what you want. If you feel like if you feel like you want more and you ultimately don't think they want the same, you're kind of afraid to bring it up.
I was like that.
How cute you were.
I was fucking so scared and my buddies were just like, do it.
Tell
So
him.
we went to like this nice restaurant and then...
Oh, I love hearing these.
Because I don't tell you anything.
No,
Any of my stories?
I love hearing about your past.
So we went to this nice restaurant. So I took this girl to the alcove. Where is it?
In Los Feliz.
Los Feliz. And I told her how I felt. I said I liked you and I like being around you. And she didn't tell me she liked me back, but she told me that she liked hanging out with me too. And I was like, cool. But I was just as confused as ever. And then after that, we went and go see Beirut at the Greek Theater, like up the street. And I was like, fuck, I feel fucking weird. And we had a bottle.
Is that when you got drunk?
Yeah, we drank like this huge bottle of vodka. And I was just like trying to enjoy them. I was like seeing blur. Like I was so shit-faced. Yeah, I was fucked up. And then during the show, she started holding my hand. And she's never done this. Started holding my hand and like kind of being on me. And
was she intoxicated as well?
Fuck yeah, she was. And I was like, damn.
You did it? You were like, I did it.
I won.
I accomplished it.
We're together.
One for men.
And I was like, what is this? Like, this is fucking crazy. And then we left after the show. And then she texted me like a couple days later, like, I just see you as a friend. And I was like, fuck, what? What are you talking about?
I want to cry. Oh, that makes me feel so sad. I'm sorry.
I mean, obviously, I don't care now. But
I know,
at the time,
why am I saying sorry?
I was like so heartbroken. I was like, life's over. She did meet my family too and stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She was. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were a little less ambiguous, but.
Was that good? Is that a good fake cry? Wow. That was the situationship I was in. And I was on the wrong side. I got too much feelings. And
Hey, but you tried, and I'm proud of you.
yeah.
You know.
Fuck them. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to make it about me, but I tend to do that sort of thing.
I like hearing your past stories.
All right.
Let's see. Okay, last one. The length of time. So the longer a situationship is, often it's not very promising because, it signifies a lack of desire of at least one party to move the relationship into a different, more committed state.
Yeah.
So,
it's like the same thing over and over and over.
Like we said in the beginning, everything kind of starts out as a situationship because you don't know what the future holds. You don't know what, everyone's feelings are.
It's pretty much dating, I feel like. It's like dating.
It can, we all start out in a situationship, but the longer it stays, it can signify something. I mean, it doesn't, it's not definite, but it can signify something.
I agree.
Okay. So here are some tips if you find yourself being in a situationship.
Let's hear 'em.
Ask yourself if this is really what you want. Because, sometimes it is, like the person we just heard.
Yeah, they're in a point where they just want to, that's all they want to do.
Yeah, they want that. They're, they want to have their fun, good for them.
Which is understandable I think if you're clear. Because if you're not, then it's just kind of like, oh, that shit sucks.
That was my favorite thing about their reply, that they said they're straight up with it. Because I think that's all you can be.
Yeah.
So, make sure you're not pushing your own wants and needs aside, for them because you want to satisfy their needs.
Yeah.
Or because you think their feelings might change because they might never change. You don't want to push yours aside to be like, oh, one day they'll feel the same way I do.
Yeah.
Because they might not. They're a human being, with their own feelings and stuff. If you are truly good with your situationship, set some boundaries. Like, are you going to talk about who else you're both sleeping with? Because it could come up.
It could.
Yeah. Are there only certain times of the week you're going to see each other?
I think if you're in one of these, it should be more spontaneous, not like, because that seems more structured, more like datey, like.
Well, no. And just like that, we just started, and just like that. Mm-hmm. And Carrie started hooking up with her producer of her podcast.
Yeah.
And he asked her out because someone wrote in about like, oh, I think we're going to go to the next level. And she was like, oh, okay, well then here's what you need to do. You need to go out and do other things.
Yeah.
And he asked her out on he said, hey, next Thursday, let's go do this. And she
initially said
yes, but then she shot him down because she likes her time of them hooking up together. So, you gotta set your boundaries.
You gotta be clear, I think.
And will it always be just the two of you, or will you guys kind of blend together your social aspects of life, like friends, family?
Yeah, when it gets into that, that's when it gets a little more weird. So
serious, yeah.
Try to stay away from that unless you want more. Mm-hmm. But
that's my last point.
Yeah. And
if you actually want more, you need to speak up. You need to tell them, I've enjoyed spending time with you. Tell them, oh, I'm sorry. Maybe let them know what you've liked about your time together, and ultimately say, where do you see this going?
100%.
Let the conversation go where you want it to go, because you need to find out for yourself.
Yeah.
Put yourself first.
Yeah. My advice, if you're in one of these, is don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't let this hold you back. What we talked about before. Yeah, don't let it stop you from seeing other people, from experiencing new things. Because like what we said, you could say like, oh, but I have this person that I do this with. Just keep doing what you're doing, and don't focus on that, because it might not go anywhere. Yeah.
Set your boundaries, and until you have those clear-cut boundaries, enjoy yourself, have your fun, live your life.
With multiple people. But use protection.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's time for Ask men. Oh, you were gonna say hot gods.
I was like, damn, we're moving fast.
Thought it was end. It's not.
Oh no, ask men.
Ask men. Okay. How important is physical affection to you in a relationship? I.e., cuddling, non-sexual. Cuddling, massages, kissing.
Mine is number one. Oh, I thought you were asking me.
No, yeah. What is yours?
Mine is massaging, kissing, cuddling.
Yours is a big thing. Yeah, it's a big thing to you.
Yeah, and I get pissed off if I don't get it.
Okay, relax.
We're fucking after this.
Okay. Someone said, non-sexual physical affection is important to me. Hand-holding on a long drive, cuddling on the couch, a quick shoulder rub while cooking, super reassuring and comforting to me. Someone said, more important than sex, to be honest.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else said, I think I'd rather have a sexless but affectionate relationship than the inverse. Someone said, physical contact is my primary love language. Hold me, lay my head in your lap, hold my face in your hands, and stare into my eyes. Let's cuddle. Can we nap together? Can we dance in the kitchen slowly at random? Aw, I want to hold your hand everywhere we go. Hug me from behind for no reason. Let's hug or cuddle so close that our hearts are separated by as little distance as possible. It all gives me ... peace.
Damn.
Man, that's a poet.
That's next level.
Wow.
That's some stalker shit right there.
Oh no. Someone said I haven't felt genuine physical affection from a woman in years.
Aw, bummer. You could borrow Brianna.
Thanks.
Just kidding.
Lastly, someone said it's required for a relationship to exist. So.
I agree. I think a big part of our relationship is that I love when you touch me and rub me, and when we're driving you scratch my head. I have to ask most of the time, but a lot of the time you do just scratch my head.
Let me know what you want.
I love it. I don't know why. Even growing up, I was always like not for that, like hugging my sisters and my mom and dad. Like, I don't really remember them saying I love you that much and stuff, but I cannot like say it enough, I don't think. And
That's
like
good,
touch
though.
you enough and hug you enough. But it's weird how I'm opposite, like with you and the kids.
I think we've kind of like I said, I think the last episode, we've learned things from the way we've grown up. So we've kind of, switched it up the way we know we wanted things to be for us. So we're voicing that for ourselves. We're doing that for our kids because, we know what we need, what our inner child needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're making those amends for ourselves.
For sure.
Good for you. Ow. I went to give you physical affection and I hit my hand.
Go a little higher.
I like it because I think sometimes we don't really think about that for men. Like, we don't really think like men. I'm going to stop so you can listen to me. That's not something we really think of men needing or wanting. You know, men are supposed to be what people think, the strong, do whatever you need to be done, but they
have
need
you seen those videos where, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Have you seen those videos where it shows like the guy with his friends, like his lady yelling at him or texting him, and he's like, fuck, whatever, I'm with the boys, yeah. And then it shows them with them, and they're like on their lap, like hugging them, they're like twiddling their thumbs by them.
I've been
and
sent
like
this by my best friend, where it's like, and you too, where it's like a guy being like the manliest of men's, and then it's like their friends go away and they're like, can you hold me and love me and hug me, and you like turn into a little baby.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's important. It's important for everyone.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that.
I won't.
You won't let me forget it either.
Hey, sometimes when you start rubbing me, you rub me for like a really long time, I'm just like, damn, hell yeah, this is fucking tight. And I'm like, sometimes I do tell you, okay, you don't have, or thank you, that felt good, and then you'll stop. But a lot of the time I'm just like, damn, hell yeah.
Cute. Okay, and next is our hot goss. You were ready, huh?
I got it right that time.
Okay.
What's on the list?
I
What
know
are we talking shit about?
We just talked about it earlier, so I might be a little frustrated and riled up about it. So Jonah Hill. We have a little, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have heard it. There's a little story about him being a not nice person.
He is a not nice person. I had a run-in with Jonah Hill one time. I almost beat his ass.
Oh, God.
It was in 2012. I was in New York City, roaming the streets with my friends. And we were walking in Manhattan, and one of my buddies is like, oh, that's the guy from Superbad. Literally walked right past us. And I said, hey, can my buddies get a picture? They're from the UK. And he was like, no. I mean, I guess that's not really an asshole thing, but
yeah, that's fine.
It's normal. But I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you look like a dweeb not doing anything. Like, you can't stop and take a picture for 2 seconds. And that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. I never ask pictures for like famous people, really. I don't. And I was just like, dude, that'll be tight, because they don't see these fucking people. We saw the singer of Oasis, Liam Gallagher, and I heard that guy's a fucking asshole, like big asshole.
Oh no, I haven't heard. I've heard he's very nice.
Oh, okay. Well, I've heard the opposite. And this guy took a picture with me and my buddies. I didn't even ask for a picture. They did, and he was like, "You want a picture too?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess
Probably
so."
because he's from like the UK.
Yeah, and it was cool. And then this guy couldn't take a picture with us. I was like, "You're kind of douchey." He was by himself with the backpack and like not doing shit. But anyway, I've never liked him since then. Since 2012, I never fucked with you, Jonah Hill.
Well, neither do a lot of us now, because his ex, Sarah Brady, released old texts from their past relationship. And it's kind of come to show who he could be behind closed doors. So people have said it has shown him to be insecure, controlling. These are not our words. These are other people's words. Insecure, controlling, weird. So Sarah Brady is a model, professional surfer, professional surf instructor. That's her job. So based off the text he's sent her, that the screenshot she's shown everyone, he's made a list of things she could not do because because of his, and these are his own words, and I quote, setting boundaries. So these are his boundaries he's setting. Removing her surfing videos where she's wearing a bathing suit. So she could no longer post pictures of herself in a bathing suit. Keep in mind, she's a professional surfer. She's a model. Like, that's her job. She cannot surf with men anymore. And she cannot model anymore. So all of these conversations, I'm sure, could be found online.
They could be. I've seen some.
I saw a lot of them earlier, and it's just, I don't know. The lingo he used is creating boundaries for himself and like
for stuff, him.
Yeah. And I don't think like you create boundaries. We create boundaries and guidelines in our relationships to feel respect and safe. And I don't think we create those to make demands of someone to change who they are personally, like to change their personal autonomy, who they are in their job. And I don't think that's okay. Yeah.
So the way he came at it was wrong, because before they were even together, this was her career. This is what she did. So asking someone to end friendships and end what they've been doing, posting surfing videos and bathing suit pictures like that, you can't do that shit. You're not like you can't be the boss of someone, you know?
Isn't that what he said? Like, you need to also not hang out with other women who are like problematic or something. I don't think he said the word problematic, but he also said like, I don't want you hanging out with other women who like basically like, I don't know, like he doesn't like their lifestyle.
Yeah. And even her having friends that are guys, a lot of surfers obviously are guys, and she developed relationships and friendships with guys and girls. To tell someone to end that's super controlling, and that seems insecure on one's part.
Yeah.
Especially him, because he's so successful and he's not like the ugliest guy. He's not very attractive, but for you to be at a level so high where you're at in directing and acting and trying to tell someone that they have to pretty much give up their whole lifestyle
For you.
is ridiculous. And yeah.
Yeah.
You need to change your fucking therapist, bro, because they're not fucking helping your ass.
In those texts, he was quoting his therapist so much, saying like, "Oh, well, my doctor said, oh, well, this and that." Like,
yeah, fuck you and your doctor. How about that?
I don't know.
That was weird.
I don't know. I just think telling her that the stuff that she did that violates, this is, and I quote, violates his boundaries. It's giving him the opportunity to like act like a victim, but still control the situation.
Act like a pussy more than a victim.
Yeah, it's not okay. That's not okay in a relationship. And I'm, good for her for getting out of it. Good for her for calling him out in it and showing other women what they don't need.
Yeah.
Other people what they don't need.
Because people were saying, "Oh, why are you doing this? And he's so nice."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Look at the way he's fucking treating me."
This is the true him.
Yeah, listen. So boundaries are a real thing if you come at it from like the right way. So like if you started posting some gnarly pictures and some hanging out with guys that you just became friends with, then that would be an issue. But if you were doing shit before, like if you had a best guy friend before I even met you, or posting fucking modeling pictures or something, I would never ask you to not do that anymore, to not do what you're familiar with. There would be boundaries obviously, but it wouldn't be so demanding. And no therapist is going to tell me that. That shit,
like
you know?
Yeah. No, it's just, we're here for you. That's not okay. So
Your problem is you stopped hanging out with Seth Rogen, bro. And
Seth Rogen, go make some pottery with him. Like get,
yeah, you
laugh
need to
with
smoke
him.
a couple joints and chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
You have too much money to be stressing about a fucking surfer girl.
Yeah,
You dorky ass fool.
let your personality speak for itself. Don't control someone else.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and our last one is Machine Gun Kelly was on tour. We're doing a lot of tours. And he was on tour in Mexico. And a fan had a sign. I feel like you saw this. You were just smiling at me.
Is it Mexico or Spain?
I don't know. I accidentally deleted it, so I'm going off my mind.
Oh, okay.
But he was on tour, and a fan had this sign that said, "I'm here for you, and I would love for you to punch me in the face."
Oh, shit. No, I didn't see this.
Oh, no? Okay. It said, like, "I would love for you to punch me in the face." Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what else. But there's video of him walking around, and he sees it, and he looks at him, and the guy's like, yeah. And he punches him in the face.
Damn.
And he, like, walks away.
That's sick.
And the guy got what he wanted. So, I mean, it wasn't a wheel of cheese.
But
he got punched in the face.
If I seen Mike Tyson, or if I seen
Why?
a couple of people like Conor McGregor,
No, you'd be dead. Why?
or I wouldn't tell him to hit me full force. I'd be like, bitch slap me or do something. Dude, that is the coolest thing you could do. So I guess Machine Gun Kelly was his person. I thought you were gonna bring up this video I just saw yesterday. He was in Spain. And I like Machine Gun Kelly. I like his more poppy stuff. I don't really listen to his rap.
Fan of his.
I think Eminem buried
Destroyed
him.
him.
Yeah, that's why he's doing pop music now. But he was in Spain, and he started talking in Spanish, saying, "I'm gonna perform a song for you guys in your language," and everyone started going fucking crazy. But he started speaking Spanish.
I like that.
I was like, "What the heck?" And he sang this song. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. And he was singing every fucking, I don't know any of those lyrics.
Obviously.
But he was singing all those lyrics and everyone went fucking crazy. And I said, dude, I like Machine Gun Kelly. That thing was the sickest. Everyone, it would look like 1 million people was jumping and yelling and screaming.
Oh, that's
singing.
cool. He does it for the fans.
And I was like, dude, he's the man.
That's cool.
I like Machine Gun Kelly.
I hated him in Bird Box.
I loved him. I love the way he acts too. He's a good actor. He's such a good actor.
Well, I mean,
I love him.
okay, relax.
Jonah Hill, Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly
Set
wins.
some boundaries, man. Relax. What situationship do you have? Yeah, but that's it.
Anyway.
He punched a fan in the face.
Sang in a different language.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seemed a little more serious today.
I think because situationships are serious. There's a lot of feeling involved, a lot of lack of feeling, questioning.
Yeah. So
Our Skeletons in the Closet is coming up. We really want people to call in, any advice you need, any stories, anything. So give us a call, 562-457-0613. 562-457-0613.
Leave a voicemail or a text message, and we will play it live and talk about it and give you our advice and laugh and whatever. But we appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the flip flop later.
Bye.